Hello everyone, it's Joel Davis. I will be quick out of necessity. I want you to watch this entire video. I'm going to play two conference calls. The first one is one that I had with a client provider, hardworking dude, hustler, love him. He literally purchased a number of vehicles from a company that literally started in 1999. Now to put things in perspective for you, I started my medical transportation company. Technically, I filed and organized it in late 99. I always tell people I started in 2000 because that's really when I started my operation. But this company went out of business. So 23 years, went out of business. I can't even imagine it. We started our businesses around the same time. And look at the difference. I was able to start my business, get some key contracts, parlay that into bigger contracts, take that money, build my honey pot, build infrastructure, parlay that into just a whole series of opportunities and mechanisms that have allowed me to just become a great creator so that my money made me more money versus this company that 23 years later doesn't even sell their business, doesn't sell it at a multiple like I always preach, doesn't sell their business. They literally just close their doors and liquidate. Why? I never met these people. Poor decision making, poor management. My client provider who just purchased a bunch of their vehicles, clearly by the assets they had, they were upside down on their notes. In addition to their rates of reimbursement, one of the biggest accounts, they hadn't had an increase since 2009. It's absolutely insane. Anyways, what's happening is so many of these people, now that he's purchased a bunch of their vehicles, literally hired a number of their drivers, good quality drivers, good people. That's all great. But a lot of the same infrastructure and mechanisms that relied and used and abused the previous transportation company who just closed their doors and liquidated, they expect them to literally walk a mile in their shoes, get the same vehicles, same employees, plug themselves into the same exact system, the same exact methodology. So what? They can get the exact same result. Not an option. So listen to this conference call where my client provider, we've gone hard on a number of key accounts and key areas. We're changing the game because there's no way we're gonna literally get the same vehicles, same employees, plug ourselves into the same system and expect a more profitable, a different result. It's not even possible. It's laughable. So listen to this conference call. Understand, as per usual, there will be some dead spots. I don't share my people's private information and key content. I got to make sure I bleep that out, as well as I got to bleep out some key nuggets, some key strategies I got to keep out so that all those White Walkers and White Walker advisors in the group chats, I can't be giving everything away. But hey, there's a lot of good content there. You're going to pick up some good stuff for sure. Now, the second conference call, I played this one a long time ago, but I want you to pay attention to. The reason I'm playing it again is it literally complements the conference call you're going to listen to first, because in the first conference call, you'll see what this what the Medicaid is doing, what this big Medicaid broker is doing is, because we won't capitulate, because we won't play the game according to their rules, they're bringing in people from out of town, and they're paying top dollar. And they think they're going to outlast my client provider. They think they're going to wear them down. So when you listen to the second conference call, I want you to listen to a number of key things and listen to it several times, because you're going to hear them do the same thing. You're going to hear this client, you're going to hear how this broker talks to my client provider like she's holding them hostage. He literally says, I feel like I'm being held hostage. Well, no, you're not being held hostage. You're just not choosing to pay enough, and there's not enough meat on the bone. So if you want to perceive it as being held hostage, that's on you. But listen to his tone, listen to his attitude, listen to how he talks to her. Oh, you poor thing, you don't understand. When I'm in town, I welcome the opportunity to come, take a look at your business. We can tell you, give you some ideas, give you some suggestions. I could give you some pointers. We can tell you how to do this. We can tell you how to do that. Well, I'll tell you what, if you want my client provider to open up her books, why don't you open up your books so we can come take a look at your books and see how much money you're making. But this is the mindset of these brokers. I'm trying to talk fast because I got to go here soon. Listen to, here's another key nugget. Listen to how in one side of his mouth he says, we don't have enough money. We don't get enough money. You're asking for something that's not realistic. And on the other side of his mouth, very next sentence, he says, oh, I'm going to bring people in from out of town. Oh, so you don't have enough money to pay me, someone who's local, but you're willing to pay top dollar to bring people in from out of town. That is exactly what they're doing to the first client provider you're going to hear in the first conference call. The other thing to keep in mind, in the back of your mind, put yourself in the shoe of these people that they're bringing in from out of town. Think about those transportation providers. They get all happy and giddy and excited. Oh man, look at these guys. They're paying us top dollar. They start drooling, salivating. They start going, they start doing these trips. Now, what happens when the broker, when he finds a cheaper alternative? Well, now they're out. The broker doesn't care. This is what I've been saying for the longest time. Can you make a lot of money in the NEMT? Of course you do. As long as you structure your business properly. You don't allow someone to browbeat you and abuse you. Because trust me, they will. No one's going to care about you. This business that was in business for 23 years, they just went out of business. Is there an outpouring in the streets, a clamoring in the streets? No, please don't bring them back. No, there's not. No one cares. No one cares. That's why no one's going to care about you. No one's going to care about your business other than you. You have to make good decisions. You got to put yourself in the best possible position, because certainly these brokers won't. So again, pay close attention to everything they say. This is a great learning lesson, both of these conference calls, because they definitely complement one another. The second one, again, listen to how his attitude continues to shift and it's just amazing, because it like peels back the curtain so you can get into the mindset of these brokers and listen to how he shifts and changes. One minute he's offended, next minute he's trying to be her buddy, next minute one minute he's trying to give her advice, another minute he's trying to scold her, get in line type attitude. Absolutely incredible. So watch the whole thing. I suspect some of you are going to listen to it several times over, because it's very good content. So if you're serious about moving forward, reach out to us. We'll definitely take good care of you. When you do, we'll see you at the top.
Hello?
Yo, where's the mighty?
Hey, what's up, Joe?
What's up, dog? How we doing?
No, I'm all right.
So, I talked to her earlier?
Yeah. She told me that we have to look at the email. I haven't looked at it yet, I'll be honest, because like a half an hour ago, I just got back from taking, I had like a few trips in with the...
Good.
Yeah. The only thing is, I wanted to ask you, have you ever heard of...
I'm not sure. What is it?
It says... Like basically they're a third party that they're trying to solicit me.
Yeah.
Basically, to
That's all marketing. It's all sales and marketing.
Yeah, because then when they try to say the price, I'm not even trying to go forward, because
that's all sales and marketing nonsense.
Oh, all right, yeah, no, all right. Yeah, because because they're making it seem like you have to go with them. They have the.
That's exactly that's part of their hook lines, whatever. Just like with Motive Care, you gotta go with them. You gotta go with them. It's all, all BS, man. Everyone tells you that nonsense.
Yeah.
It's all smoke and mirrors. Everyone tries to squeeze you into their show, lock you in, make you dependent. You know the deal.
All right, cool. I just wanted to make sure. I'm not really going with this. I'm not looking to spend that much right now, especially right now.
How much were they telling you to spend?
$7,000.
Dude, come on, man. Do you hear yourself?
Yeah, that's what
Do you hear yourself?
That's what I'm saying. Like
dude, I don't even charge you that. And look at the value you get when working with us.
Right. Exactly, man.
That's laughable, man. So, all right. So, are you gonna when you gonna check out that email and read through those agreements? I want you to read through those agreements before you send them off to.
Oh, all right. I wanted to tell you too. I was speaking with. They were telling me that they were trying to get $50 for a pickup, $3 a mile. And I was like, and then they said after hours they'll charge $60 a pickup and like $3.50 a mile.
For private pay or what?
No, well, that's what they were doing, private pay, but they were trying to get that from as well.
Yeah, but here's the deal. I mean, they were trying to get that after they were already in the network. It's a harder play. Number one.
Yep, you're
so right. Already knows that you got dozens of vehicles. We know we got you by the balls.
Yep.
You're not in that situation. You're in a catbird seat. You got high demand, limited capacity, and you're not going to walk down. You're not going to walk in this literally the same shoes, the same vehicles, same drivers. You're not going to follow the same business model that.
Right.
So yeah, I get it. If I was, I don't know if I told you, but I was. We got another client provider who I saw that they need increase in rates of reimbursement. I think it was last year. They need increased rates of reimbursement, and all of a sudden they got audited twice.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember you told me that either yesterday or the day before.
Yeah, so it's like, dude, I mean, that's once they get you on the plantation, they don't want you leaving the plantation. They're going to threaten you and do everything they can to keep you on the plantation.
Damn, man.
So you just, bottom line is, I'm not playing the game according to
Yeah.
your rules and regulations.
Right.
You want me, you need me. All these facilities keep calling you like a champ. Everyone keeps telling you, oh, we need your vans, we need them now. That's cool. Open up your coffers. If you're not, I'm not moving.
Right. Yeah, yep, exactly. And what's crazy is I spoke to you, but they were saying, when I told them that I was trying to get contracts directly through the facility, they said that if you're transferring any Medicaid recipients, you cannot do a contract. Like the nursing home cannot pay for that because that's illegal with the state, they were telling me.
It's illegal for, let's say, for easy math, let's say a facility had 100 private pay and 100 Medicaid recipients. And you were charging $70 for a private pay. You can't charge anything but the Medicaid rate for the Medicaid one. That's common sense. So what they're saying is you can't have the facility, you can't have Medicaid pay $50 and then have the facility pay another $20 on top of it. You can't do that. But guess what? That's not what we're doing.
Right.
We're not going down that road. We're not asking them for any type of supplementary payment in addition to Medicaid. What we're saying is, you got people in your facility. Now, if you get paid or you don't get paid, I don't care. And if you get paid, how you make that money, I don't care if you whore your ASS out. I don't care what you do to get that money. That's on you. That's not my problem. All I know is you got a high demand, low capacity. And if you want to bring people from out of state, out of area, do it. Bring them in at a lower price point, and you're going to continue to get people waiting 4 or 5 hours. And when you have someone out there for 4 or 5 hours, what happens? No, they're also going to sue you because guess what? You let them sit out there for 4 or 5 hours. So we're not trying to charge Medicaid and then money on top of Medicaid. We're not even going Medicaid route. Medicaid, you notice in those agreements, Medicaid is nowhere in that conversation in those service agreements I sent you. It's nowhere in there. Why? Because I don't care. It doesn't matter. All I'm saying is, you got people, you want them out, this is what's going to cost. Now, how you get your money, how you get paid, that's your issue, not mine.
All right. Yeah, because you kept on saying, as long as they have Medicaid, the facility cannot pay you for transporting Medicaid patients. And I'm like, I don't know if that's true or not.
Watch this. If you got a Medicaid, what does Medicaid pay for? Medicaid pays for medical appointments, right?
Yep.
What if that patient had to go let's say it's a family member died, and that patient wants to go to that family. Who's paying for that?
Oh, yep. Yeah, you're right. That's
Who's paying for that? So Jane Smith's sister just died. How is Jane Smith going to go get there? Is Medicaid paying for it? Nope. Who's paying for it?
Nope.
Who's going to pay for that? The facility. Facility or family, or I don't care. I don't care where the money comes from. But if you want me to move Jane Doe, someone's paying. I'm not going to put myself in the hamster wheel. I'm not going to put myself in the hamster wheel where I'm caught in their orbit, in their gravitational force, and they're going to nickel and dime me, and I got to go through the excess rules and regulations. No, I'm not going to do that. Go ahead and get your people from out of area. Get them driving in and get your people waiting another 4 or 5 hours like we just experienced before. Go do it. I got no problem with that. I'd rather have 5 and 6 vehicles than be like who used to have 38, now they got 22. I'd rather have 5 highly profitable vehicles that are just making me bank. And that's why we're presenting these facilities now. We're presenting with 2 options. You got your basic service agreement with general pricing, which I sent you, and then you got the other one that has the exclusivity, and here's what it costs. And if you meet the particular threshold, then we'll apply it as a credit.
Yep, the 6,000. Yep, I know what you're saying.
Make sense?
Yeah, of course.
So here's the fast play. The fast play is okay. Okay, ABC facility. Okay, XYZ facility. I need your work. Okay, let me get in there. Okay, let me sign up for your rates. I'm gonna do it your way because I gotta hurry up and get these trips. No. Let's put the brakes on this. We're gonna put the brakes on this. We're gonna move methodically forward. We're not gonna let them press us into a situation where we have to hurry to react, where we're desperate and we do something foolish. No. They are their own profit earning center. We're a profit earning center. You got your own rules and regulations. We got our rules and regulations. Their problem is these facilities, they never encounter a situation like this. Okay?
Right.
They don't. They're used to people just being so stupid, so desperate, do it their way, this and that. Now they're getting serious pushback. Now they got someone who actually comes in, and we got our own boundaries. We got our own rules, our own policies, our own procedures, and guess what? You're going to be paying twice as much money.
Yep.
You want to go cheaper price point? Bring in those cats from 4 hours away. Bring them in.
Exactly.
Bring them in from out of town. And have your people waiting 4 or 5 hours. I don't care. That's on you. That's your choice. And so it's like I told you, here's the deal. You can pay us more now, and we're going to have people on call for the hours that I define in the service agreement. You can pay us more now, and we're going to have someone on call those 6 days during the window of opportunity, or you don't. Now, if you think that it's cheaper to not pay us for the exclusivity, that's fine. But you're going to open up your coffers one way or another. You're going to literally open up your coffers and pay literally out of your cash account, and or so pay us more now for preventative scenario, or wait and pay later when crisis mode hits. You decide, but either way, you're going to pay.
Yep.
And that's cool. Play the odds. Go with it. Especially these bigger facilities. The bigger the facility, the more people they send out, the more exposure they got. Go with it. Play with it. So that's why we got to be hardliner. That's why, and I explained to you about the natural disasters and things, and it's like we touched on. So you'll notice in the email I included that emergency action plan in there. We didn't put that in the service agreement for a specific reason, kind of like what I touched on yesterday when we spoke. We're not opening ourselves up to liability.
Yeah.
Okay. These catastrophic experiences, that's a whole different scenario, whole different ball game, whole different level of reimbursement. Open up the coffers for that, because again, if there's a legitimate natural disaster, guess what? You're going to have hard enough time trying to get your employees to show up to work because they're going to be taking care of their family.
The families, yep.
Exactly.
It's just common sense. It's just common.
But if your people do show up, that's fine. So let me see. Let me guarantee you something. What's that?
They would only show up after everything is
exactly.
They're not going to show up when everything is going on.
And so think about that. If we outline that in a service agreement and we guarantee something that we can't produce, what do? We just expose ourselves to liability because after the natural disaster subsides, it comes and goes and passes. Oh, we didn't fulfill the requirements. What do you think they're going to do? They're going to come after us because now we're exposed to damages. So we're not even going down that road. So look at the email that I prepared specifically for you to forward to specifically articulate in there that we're not going to include that in the service agreement because of extenuating circumstances, i.e. dollar value amount, liability issues. That's a whole different conversation to have. So if they want us to go down that road, by all means, we can go down that road, but they need to get us more information. What are their needs? What are their stipulations? And we'll see if we can accommodate. If we can't, it is what it is.
Yep.
The last thing we're going to do is make ourselves desperate and put ourselves in a desperate situation.
And I was also, they don't like to pay. They ended up, they had contracts with the that they didn't get paid. They weren't even paying the people who were doing work on their forgot what she said. I'm not sure if it was electricians or something that they had a contract for doing the doors. They never paid them. The doors went bad. Those electric sliding doors, and they tried to call them, and they said they would not come there unless they get their money. So that already gave.
When you read through the service agreements, you're going to see where I talk about especially the one where it's the exclusive one with the exclusive service. You'll notice where we bill them for the exclusivity. You'll notice my verbiage in there. I specifically articulate that it's going to be paid on or about the 15th. So you go to a court of law. Anytime you put in there, if you say on or about the 15th, because let's say the 15th is on a Sunday. Mm-hmm. That doesn't mean you wait till the 15th of the third month. No. It's the 15th, on or about the 15th. It means it's got to come either slightly before or soon thereafter.
Yeah.
Those are key legal terms that we included in there because those are sticking points. So bottom line is the exclusivity's got to be paid by the middle of the month. We're gonna bill you twice a month. Now, if you're telling me that it has a reputation of being slow payers or not paying at all, we're not even letting that happen. I mean, we're not even going down that road.
Yep. Yeah.
And that's by all means, that's something you could bring up in your meeting with the, like, I'm not gonna lie to you. It's been brought to my attention. There's been issues in the past of payment issues. We're not even gonna go down that road. So we're not going to let issues go beyond net 30. If they come at us, well, we need net 45. That is not going to happen.
No, yeah.
The most we extend is net 30. So if we're billing them, we're going to bill them at the middle of the month and the end of the month. And at the end of the month, if they hit our threshold, then we'll give them credit for the exclusivity fee.
Which makes sense, and I think that called back stating that they wanna talk about a contract, like they need me now, the same way
exactly
like they're doing all of this like they need me now, but I can't rush into anything exactly how you said without being strategic about it.
We ain't going in there until we got an agreement, until we got a signed agreement.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm cool with it, man. You need me now. That's cool. You gotta come now. Just sign this paper. I'll be there. Sign this paper, sign this agreement, but I ain't coming. I'm not going to get out there and turn over this engine in the car until I got a signed agreement. And I know when I'm going to get paid, and here are rates of reimbursement. I'm not going to provide you service, then we negotiate after. That just ain't going to happen.
Yeah, exactly. That doesn't make sense. I know what you're saying, because now you're basically letting them control the whole game.
I promise you right now, if they're bringing people in from out of area, paying a fortune. They're bringing people they're paying a fortune right now just in mileage alone.
And And that's the thing. They're giving them $3 a mile. I think I heard of $300 up front before anything. They're paying them empty miles. Never paid no empty miles ever. They're paying these guys empty miles. So my thing is
all the more reason we're not backing off.
Exactly,
all the more reason we're not backing off.
Exactly.
I so love it, man. I so love this. This is why I love doing what I do. When people ask me why I do this, man, this is why I do it, man. I love this negotiation stuff, man. And think about it, man. This is a revolutionary situation. You just bought all these vehicles from a company that's been in business for 22, 23 years. They go out of business. Don't even sell. They go out of business. You buy their assets. You hire a bunch of their employees. I mean, you're literally buying their shoes, walking a mile in their shoes, and what? You think you're going to walk down the same path the same way to get the same result? Hell no.
Exactly.
Hell no.
Exactly.
Oh, let me fall all over myself. Let me sign up with the same facilities, with the same agreements, in the same way. Let me sign up with Motive Care and all these brokers for the same agreements in the same way. This company just went out of business. They were upside down, went out of business after being in business for 22, 23 years, didn't even sell. Right. It's a laughable joke.
They couldn't even sell it. Yeah, they couldn't even sell it. Exactly. They had nothing to sell.
Exactly. New business, new owner, new terms.
Mm-hmm. Plain and simple.
I love it. So check out that agreement. Check out both of them. Right. So one. So listen. So to be clear, the one is just our regular basic agreement. This is what we're gonna have. Call us in advance. Schedule in advance. But again, when you compare one to the other, when you compare the basic service agreement with the one with the exclusivity, don't be thinking. Don't you being like facilities. Don't be thinking you're gonna assign the lower priced one, the basic one, and you're gonna get the premium service.
Yep, exactly.
You buy basic, you get basic.
Yep.
You want premium service, you buy premium. You sign up for the premium. So you want the exclusive access that's gonna take us all o'clock at night and then some? No. You want premium, you pay premium.
Exactly.
Don't pay for basic, sign up for basic, give me all your excuses, and then hit me up on a Saturday night. Listen, can you bail me out? That's not what we signed up for.
Yep. Exactly.
Business is business. It is what it is.
Point blank. Yep.
So, all right. So check those out. Go through them in detail. You're gonna see the email. Forward the email. You're gonna see in the email how I specifically articulate how we sidestep the issue of the the emergency action plan and why we're not including it in the agreement. So review that. Make sure I dot all my I's, cross my T's. But the main reason why I want to make sure that after you send it to him, if he calls you, emails you, whatever, you can't. Basically, I want you to clearly understand the objective of what we're trying to accomplish between those two agreements, so that if he asks you any questions, you don't give him any confusing or mixed messages. We're all on the same page.
Yep, yeah, right, I got you. Yep, it's either you get the basic or you sign up for the exclusive. But exactly. You can't get nothing in between.
Amen. And so you'll look at the rate sheets. You'll see exactly how I set it up and the hours and all that stuff.
All right.
All right, bro.
Thank you so much, though, Joel. I really appreciate that, though.
No problem, bro. No problem. So, but go through it all. If you have any questions, shoot me an email. Let me know, and I'll take care of it.
All right, I will.
All right, buddy?
All right. Take it easy, man.
All right, you too. Bye.
All right, bye.
Good afternoon. Can I help you?
Is this?
Yes, it is. Hello?
Hey, this is Doug. Took over for Ed over.
Hey, Doug. How are you?
Good. Hey, I feel a little bit like I'm being held hostage right now. So, I could lie to you and tell you I'm good, but I'm really not.
Okay.
You're asking for a rate that's greater than. I got Arnie on the phone, by the way.
Okay.
You're asking for a rate that's higher than the rate we charge to do the entire service. Our rate's $44 and change. You're asking for $46 and change. As I sit down and I figure out your cost, I've been where's the delta that I'm missing with the rate that you're asking for?
So, Doug, my whole point in this is to get the agreement.
Well,
to get the agreement.
so
Don't,
you're asking for you're asking for an agreement that's more money than I get myself. So I'm basically paying you to run the service more than I.
okay, well, so what is agreeable then?
Well, Arnie talked to you about that last night. Arnie committed to you a 60-day agreement, a 30 to 60-day agreement at the current rate. I committed to being out there within the next 2 or 3 weeks to sit down with you and go through the pricing and figure out line item by line item where your costs are and what we can do to help each other get to the, I've got to meet my goal and you've got to make some money. And don't take this as a threat, because I'm not that way. But it's like, I'm just going to fly some people in from all over the country and do it. I can't pay more than I'm making. It just doesn't make sense. And like I said, I've done the math. I've seen the cost. You want an agreement? I'll get you an agreement, but 25% increase. I don't understand it. I'm sorry I seem frustrated, but I thought we had a agreement yesterday, and then today we're back to on closed Friday.
Okay.
I don't get it.
Okay. So let me back up too, because I'm frustrated also. My contract ended in the end of March. Were you aware of that?
No, I remember I told you I just assumed this. I just assumed this, so I haven't been a part of not having a contract with you until like the last 2 or 3 weeks. I was just in Indianapolis yesterday. So Monday, I'm sorry. So I was in Indianapolis Monday. I left yesterday. Arnie talked to me about this, and when this came up, I told Arnie to try to with you, which he did. Try to set up a 30 to 60 day and look and tell you that I commit personally, and I'm telling you I will be out there myself, sit down with you and work this out. I promise you I will do that. My commitment to you.
Okay. In other words, you're saying you just came on board, so you weren't made aware until 2 weeks ago. Is that correct?
I was not made aware until 2 days ago that we didn't have a contract with you.
Okay, and that's the problem. That is my problem. Yeah, I'm a business person. Truly, I am a business person. I'm trying to run a business. It's not on a handshake or an agreement. I didn't come in the door that way. So it's like things are being looked over, and I have obligations also that I have. I'm trying to consider another insurance company, and there's a lot of moving pieces on my part too. So I'm a small business, but I can't operate on a small business. I have to operate as a business, period. So for you to confirm that you weren't aware, it's like I was swept under the radar. So I'm not being considered. And that's disrespect to me and my team. I'm responsible for 40 people.
I'm sorry. I disagree. It's not disrespect because you're still Arnie. Arnie says that you're asking for a 1-year extension at a higher rate that we can afford. I don't think that's consideration for us. It's not disrespect to you. And all I can do is apologize that it happened. Again, I'm new here. I'm committing to X. How we got here. The consideration, you're getting paid on a timely basis, right? And we're paying you as we promised. Is that correct or not, Arnie?
Yeah, that's correct. That hasn't skipped a beat. That is correct. Right.
Okay. Yeah. So with or without a current, quote unquote, current agreement, we are paying you as we promised you. Correct?
Correct.
Right?
So yes, exactly.
Okay. So is it the fact that you don't have a 1-year extension, or is it the fact that you don't have a rate increase, or the fact that you feel I need to know what you're disrespected, how you're disrespected?
So it would be the latter of that. Yeah, like I say, I'm into considerations of a new insurance contract and things of that nature. Also, I need to make some things happen too. So that's a big deal for me. So you're right. Every time I ask about where's my contract, I can't present to a new company or anything else until I have something. And it's getting ready to be signed. It's going to be signed next week, and I'm not sure who's signing it. That's where I feel the disrespect. So if you're telling me something else, I hear it now. So
then makes sense.
Okay, that's all I'm saying. I just my voice has not been heard. I've been used to dealing with the high up, and I'm not hearing that. So I don't want to get a runaround. I'm very much about business, truly. That's where I am.
I'm not giving you a runaround. When I asked Arnie to meet with you and get you a 60-day extension with the promise that the week after next, more than likely, at the very latest, the week after next or the beginning of the week after that, I'm just looking at my calendar. Next week I'm going to be in Grand Junction, and Los Angeles and Corpus Christi. I've got a busy week next week. But I can more than likely 100% be out the week of the 20th. I'll be more than happy to sit down with you and your accountant and my guys and just sit through and go through the numbers.
What I'm hearing at the bottom line is that my request had not made it to your level. So that's exactly where I was feeling when I said disrespected. It had not made it to the right level. I'm still being, we're paying her, so sweep her up on the table and be quiet. That's not where I am. I have to talk to other things.
Let me assure you that Arnie and I are committed to work for both of us. I understand I've been doing this a long, long time on the transportation side, and we serve you a viable partner, and we want to get you there. So my question is, would you be willing to sign a 60-day extension at our current rates? With my commitment to you, I'll be out in the next couple of weeks to sit down with your team and work out the financial arrangements of a long-term deal. Could you give me that if I promise you I'll be there?
Yes, most definitely. Yeah, you have my word on that one. That's my promise. So if we're in agreement with that, I just need something stating exactly that.
Okay, so let's make it a contract amendment for 60 days at the current rate, and I will send you an email. I'll send you an email by tomorrow morning committing that I'll be there. Arnie's going to get off the phone and call Ted Navistus, who's our attorney, contract guy, and tell Ted we need this done. And why don't we do this? Why don't we, if you're okay with this, talk tomorrow afternoon. Me and Arnie get on the call, and we'll firm up the dates for the week of June 20th. How does that sound?
That sounds great. Let's make it happen.
And I will be there. And again, Drea, we need you as a partner. So we have appreciated the relationship. I know you stepped up and helped us out. So I apologize from the company and from Arnie and I for this getting dropped, but I will make it right with you, I promise, okay?
All right, and that's all I wanted, Doug, if you're the point contact, to make sure that was heard. Trust me, I enjoy serving, truly, at the customer level and at the management level. So, no, that has never been my discourse, but it's about business at this point, and that's all I'm saying. So put yourself in my shoes, and all I keep hearing is it's coming next week, and next week never came. So that's all, and I've got other things. Truly, I am looking at other insurance. I've got a lot on my plate. I've got a lot that's riding here, so I need things to be legit.
Understood.
Right.
So
there we go.
So I'm going to hang up the phone, and here's where we're at. Arnie's going to get a 60-day extension at the same rate. I'm committing to being out there week after next. And can you commit to me that you're not going to talk to your quote-unquote advisors or CFO or somebody and come back and say, I'm firing you guys Friday?
No, I'm good with that. You got my word on that one. I can report back to that.
Perfect.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Arnie, are we good?
We're good.
All right. Thank you, ma'am. I will see you in a week and a half, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.
All right. Thanks. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye-bye.
Mm-hmm.